Hi, welcome along to AFTV. We're still here in Kenya. We're about to do a podcast for the guys on Wildcard, right? So look out for that when that comes out. But just before we get into that, I was like, we got to talk about this story that we've seen breaking over here in Kenya. Big up to the guys, by the way, from Batika. They've been looking after us today. Went on safari. They've been doing great things with us over here. So big up to those guys. But the news is all about Viktor Gykores of Sporting Lisbon.
Thank you.
All right, relax. We ain't signed him yet.
Yeah, but any news right now is good news, Rob. Do you know how much Kenyans have come up to us and said, we need a striker? We've heard it from everyone,
Yeah.
so thank God.
This news that was one of many reported today, but I think it's John Cross from the Daily Mirror saying that Arsenal have been told that they can sign Viktor Gykores for a fee of around 60 million euros this summer. Sporting Lisbon are willing to do business. Gyökeres would demand in excess of £200,000 a week to make him one of the top earners at the club. So the rumours around Viktor Gykores are getting hotter and hotter as the days go by. The likelihoods of getting Alexander Isak, who's said to be Mikel Arteta's #1 target, seems to be diminishing. You know, they're going to get into the Champions League. They've got rich Saudi owners. They don't need to sell if they're in that Champions League. Yeah. They'll be well within all the financial fair play rules. So it's a matter of who do you get next. And it's been really interesting. We did the big watch party the other night over here, and big up to all the Kenyan fans, 1,500 of them there. I'd say 90% of them said, or more, said we need a striker. And the first thing you asked them was who? The majority of them said Alexander Isak.
Correct.
When a lot of them realised that it's probably going to be unobtainable, the next target was Viktor Gykores. Would you love to see Gyökeres come in this summer?
100%. It's actually, this is more positive news. I'm happy to hear it. Obviously, Gyökeres this season, which Rob, 38 goals and 7 assists. I know the league he's playing in, obviously playing for Sporting, that people will say, yeah, but look at the league he's playing in. But even when we watched him play against us, I know we battered them 5-1 in the Champions League. I could see signs of a dominant, physical, powerful #9, something that I think in today's game is missing. I like his profile.
Would he suit our style though? Yeah, there was a guy actually made a great point to me the other day when we was at that watch party, saying that he's not sure about Gyökeres. He'd rather get Sesko because he's saying that he's not sure Gyökeres would suit Arsenal's style because he's a kind of old-fashioned #9.
Sesko's not the best example. I think if he went with Isak, I think he would suit our style more than any of them. We obviously know we're not getting him, but for me, did Havertz suit our style? When I saw,
but Havertz ain't the answer.
Yeah, okay, but when we signed him, I didn't think he was he would suit our style. But Arteta made it work. That back into that season when he came in, he made things work.
He hasn't scored 20 goals. He's still not what we need. I'm saying that this signing that we make as a striker, right? We all universally know that we need a striker. It has to work. Mikel Arteta's under a lot of pressure next season to win something. Right. Probably if he doesn't win anything, probably be gone. This signing has to work. You brought up a couple of points there. Viktor Gykores has been playing in the Portuguese league, that we all know he's not as strong. He's done brilliantly. He's not even just this season. He did it last season as well.
Scored 95 goals in 100 appearances.
His goal scoring record was phenomenal.
It's crazy.
But no disrespect to Portugal, it is the Portuguese league. Darwin Núñez was tearing up that league, and he's come to the Premier League and he ain't torn up nothing. Right, you know what I mean? A lot of Liverpool fans want to tear up his contract. You know what I mean? So the question I'm asking is, do we get Gyökeres? If we get Gyökeres, this is something I've been thinking about. If we get Gyökeres, is it almost not a panic, but it's like, well, let's just get him because he scores a load of goals?
I think what's wrong with that?
Or do you look at other players and say, well, actually, someone like a Sesko, and I'm not seeing enough of Sesko to know, but somebody like a Sesko might suit how we play more.
Your honest opinion, whoever we bring in, they should be scoring goals. I was a striker. My thing is, we put Mikel Merino in #9. He started scoring, banging in goals. If that's proof to show, it doesn't matter really who you're going to be bringing in.
It does.
No, but if you get Mikel Merino,
Jesus is a striker. He's not the answer. That's what I'm saying. For me, this is a critical signing.
But look how we play. Look at Mikel Merino's profile of he's been moved from midfield. He's tall. He's quite physical. Havertz kind of same thing. They were scoring goals in that position. Gyökeres, emulates that and adds more to that. He's a natural finisher. He's a goal scorer. That's what he grew up.
Don't get me
going.
wrong. I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not.
Sorry, I'm getting defensive. I'm thinking you're going mad here.
No, I'm playing a bit of devil's advocate here because for me, I get Gyökeres because to me, it's the obvious target. And when I look at the strikers that would be available, he's the one. I mean,
Sesko's what, 21? And
Sesko, he's 22, I think he is. About
21, 22. Gyökeres is, I think, it's 26. I think, and I know that in striker years, that's a good wealth of knowledge or experience. I know fans. I remember Turkey said, "I don't want the next up. I want the finished article." I'm not saying Gyökeres. We don't know that because he hasn't been in the Premier League. I mean, he's obviously played in the Championship or whatnot. We don't know if he's a finished product, but he's more complete, in my opinion, than what Sesko is. He's not something we have to wait on. And I'll be honest, I saw the 200 grand a week was what he's kind of demanding. Something in me shivered a little bit, but then I said, you know what?
Shivered about what?
Because
look at the guy's goal scoring record. That's what we paid Jesus more than that.
I know. So Havertz came in and became top goal. That's what I was going to say. I said,
to me,
Arsenal have messed up themselves.
It's not even a mess up. If you're going to buy a player like that, you've got to pay the wages. He's in demand. He can go wherever he wants. If you're not going to pay them sort of money, you ain't going to get him. It's as simple as that. These are the type of players that, you know, that's what they demand. That's what they command. He's done it. What I would say with Viktor Gykores, why I would go for him, is number one, as you said, that phenomenal goal scoring record that he's had over the past couple of seasons over there in Portugal. He's also scored some of those goals this season in the Champions League. You know, against City, he looked really, really good. And also, I think what I like as well is that he played in the Championship and scored goals there before he went to Portugal. And that Championship is not an easy league. And I know there's a lot of people who used to say, well, can you transfer that from the Championship into the Premier League? But we've seen examples in recent years in Mitrovic, in Ivan Toney, in Ollie Watkins. Those are three top strikers in the Premier League who were all being asked that question. Can you transfer that into the Premier League? And they've all done that. So I don't think that should be a negative. And playing in that Championship, you learn about physicality.
And you're in England. They're still in England.
So I think I would love to see that signing come in. I think it's absolutely essential. I even want to see two strikers come in at Arsenal.
Now you're being greedy.
It's not about being greedy. It's
a winger and a striker, man.
Look, a top striker on Sunday against Liverpool, you know, even the game against PSG, you saw balls being passed into the box by Saka. Nobody's in the 6-yard box to put it away because we just don't have that player.
They didn't have a natural
Everybody's
striker.
on the. Everybody's. They don't. They didn't. Right.
They've done well.
But they've done well, but they haven't won it yet. You know what I mean? But you know, I just think I would like to see. We all see it lacking at Arsenal. We need a natural striker, and hopefully that's Gyökeres is who we get.
Do you think we'll get, just before we close off, do you think, I'm worried about, I don't know why, him getting poached by another team. I know
it's a possibility.
Exactly, but I feels like, as I've looked online and I've just seen Arsenal fans are just beeline for Gyökeres, and it feels like, because there's news coming out, we're talking with him and Andrew Berta's here and he's pushing for him. I get to this stage, I'm like, he's going to be an Arsenal player, and then I kind of forget you've been in the game. You've been in this game very long.
I've learned a lot over the years to say he ain't no Arsenal player yet until you've seen him sign up. You know, the deal's not done yet.
Is he linked to many other?
I think there's been people getting carried away and saying it's done. I think it is getting close.
Yeah,
I really do think that. I think Andrew Berta's playing a big part in this because he really wants to make this happen, and he is the sporting director now. And the sporting director does carry a massive influence on the signings. And
is it a statement signing for you?
I think it would be a statement signing because I think he's after Alexander Isak, who's not available. He's the next hottest striker that's available out there. So if Arsenal get Viktor Gykores, it will be a coup for Arsenal, and I think it would be a great signing. So let me just remind everybody again. Arsenal have been told that they can sign Viktor Gykores for a fee of 60 million euros this summer. It's in dispute. A lot of people are coming with different prices for it. What I've been told is that Sporting might be willing to negotiate that, release clause that they've got. So it will probably be for less than what a lot of people have been quoting. But 60 million euros this summer, I think that could be quite accurate. Sporting Lisbon are willing to do business. They know they're going to lose Gyökeres this summer, so they managed to keep hold of him last year. They got a cash in on him. and Gyökeres would demand in excess of £200,000 a week, which again, I think that's a going rate, making him one of the top earners at Arsenal. That's coming from John Cross from the Mirror, amongst others. So, guys, don't forget, Transfer Daily is coming soon, right? The next couple of weeks, I couldn't believe it. I looked at it, I said, it's creeping up. It's going to be a busy, it's a weird transfer window as well because of the Club World Cup. It opens for a couple of weeks, then it shuts, then it opens again, right? We're going to be all over it here on AFTV, so make sure you check it out. Also, check out all of our brilliant content that we've been doing over here in Kenya. It's been an absolutely amazing experience. We were on safari this morning. I tried to push him out of the van to get him eaten by a lion, but unfortunately the warden said we couldn't do that. Right, but check out all of the great content. The fans over here have been amazing. The watch party we did, all of it's out. All of it's on video, and we're doing content right down till the end of the week when we then return back to the UK. Big game at the weekend, Arsenal versus Newcastle, and we're going to be all over that as well. So make sure you check that out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll be back on the next one.
Santa San.